back to the channel. As ever, you can find me over on Instagram at the House of Langford and over Real Sews. I'm also on Ravelry as Mad X Stitcher, and this is my monthly roundup. So right now I'm going to look at August. It is the 2nd of September, and I've not long filmed my July podcast, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, this might have to go up just a teensy bit later, just to spread them out a little bit more. But yeah, I still have some bits to show you. I don't actually have, let me just check my notes very quickly. I actually have 2 finished objects for the month of August, and I have several whips. So I always set myself some goals or plans for the month ahead, and I think I've done 3 of them. I need to check how many hours I put into the Mighty Samurai, but that means checking back through my photos, and I forgot to do that before I started recording, so I will do that later. But if you are new here, then hi, hello, welcome. You are very welcome here. Generally I am multi-crafter, so I am technically a textiles teacher. I am a dressmaker. I love crochet. That is my main hobby of choice at the moment. But I also make jewellery as well. There are other crafts here and there, and I do dabble in quite a lot, but those are the main 3 for now. So yes, my name is Maddison. I am coming to you from my new home in Scotland. I am in Glasgow. I have recently moved here from Essex, and I have been here now for a little over 4 weeks. I want to say 4 weeks. I came up fully on the 11th of August, and it is now the 2nd of September. So even though it's 4 weekends, well, it's been 3 weekends since then, I don't really know. It's about 4 weeks though. My dad was here for nearly 2 weeks, and I'm sure I've had 2 weeks without my dad, so I don't remember. Anyway, so shall we get into the podcast properly? This is actually my 60th episode. I thought I was only at 50, and when I double checked, I'm actually at 60. So we're going to run a giveaway, but I don't know what that's going to involve just yet. So yeah, I will probably come up with an idea towards the end of the podcast as to what I'd like for you to tell me in the comments, and for your entry into the giveaway for this month. So yeah, 60 episodes in, and it still takes me ages to get through the intro. But we're here, and we're going to dive in to what has been going on over August. So I had 4 goals or plans for August. They included finishing the Feathers McGraw, finishing my Wilhelm, I don't know how you pronounce it, the sabre-toothed tiger, and I wanted to do Fitzroy, the Pinkland Iguana, and then put 20 hours of stitching into my Mighty Samurai cross stitch piece. Now, I have definitely done 2 of those, which is that I finished Feathers McGraw. I actually showed you that for July's podcast, because I think I finished it on like the day after, so I couldn't actually show you because I already gifted it and then I was already here. Anyway, head back over to July's podcast to find out a little bit more about Feathers McGraw if you missed it. So that's the first finish of August, and then I have finished Wilhelm, the sabre-toothed tiger, and I think I've done 20 hours on the Mighty Samurai. Like I said, I will have to double check that. Yeah. But now that my hard drive has been backed up, what I will do is put all the photos onto there, and I'll see how many hours I've actually put in. So I'll put it along the bottom when I get to that point as to how many hours I've put in. But yeah, so I think I've done 3 of my 4 goals, which is pretty good. So let's start off with finishes for August. So first off, obviously I've said Feathers McGraw. Now that was a pattern by Allison Holloway, and I used Stylecraft Special Aran in lipstick, white and black, and then I used yarn from my stash. So I used Paintbox Simply Aran in 255. I didn't mention this before because I didn't remember what they were. So yep, colour 255 in Paintbox Aran, and then King Cole Comfort Aran in Truffle. So they made up his legs and his beak. Yeah, and I gifted him to my dad for his birthday. So yeah, he's already done and been gifted. And then next up is Wilhelm, the sabre-toothed tiger. So he is still in my subscriptions bag. I just had to take the bobtail out because I'd forgotten he was in there. But yes, so still in here. And I think this is this one. Yeah, this was the booklet we got for Wilhelm, and he is an extinct animal, and the white flags represent where he could be found. So this is Wilhelm, and I think it's actually really cute. The paws are so clever, and I've added lots of stripes on his back, kind of like a tiger. But I'm very pleased with him. I was worried about where to put the placement of the sort of fringing around his face, but he's done. He's also got a little tail. But yeah, I'm going to talk to you about him in a bit more detail in his own video, because I've been trying to do a video for each of the subscription boxes so that you get an idea of what comes in the boxes and how they go together. So I also still have some yarn left over from him. I still have quite a lot of, I want to say chestnut, but I don't think it's chestnut. It's fudge. So I've got quite a lot of the fudge left over because you only really use it for his ears. There's a little bit of detail, and then his back. Then we have this one, which I believe is camel. Yep, I got that one right. So fudge, camel. There should be some cream. Yep, and then we've got cream. So I've still got quite a bit. Not as much as I have in the past, but he's only a few balls, so yeah. But I'm very pleased with him. He's very, very fun. I love the tusks as well, his big teeth. But yeah, very pleased with yet another Toft subscription. They are just so much fun. I really need to get my badges ironed onto here, so I'll do that soon. I need to dig out the iron because it's buried in my husband's room, which is directly below me, and yeah, and then find somewhere to put it because it's currently just in a box. But there we go. So next up is my Snowflake Barrow. Now this has had a little bit of tweaking to the pattern because I realised that I'd missed a couple of the stitch abbreviations that I was using. So for example, half treble two together, I'd missed that in the pattern list, like the stitch list, and then realised that the last few treble twos together were actually double trebles. So I have updated the pattern, and I'll get that up on to Ravelry soon, because what I want to do is take some photos of the other beret that I'm working on, sort of like of each round and where I put certain stitches so that you can get the same look. Yeah, which will pad out the pattern a little bit more, but it also means that it's very thorough and should be self-explanatory. So yeah, that is almost ready to go. So let me find that one, which is behind me. Now I have been using, this is a sample for Gem of the Little Grey Girl. It's in this bag because I couldn't find my gem bags because they were all buried within boxes. So yes, I've been using Gem of the Little Grey Girls chunky yarn. It is 100% superwash merino, which is 100 grams and therefore 100 meters. I have used Alwyn and Fane. So this one is Alwyn. I've still got quite a lot of that because that's the one I used as my contrast, and then I only have this much left of Fane, so which is my main colour. So let's show you. This is the latest version of my Snowflake Barrow using 2 colours. I've done the Sunshine Barrow. I actually haven't written up the Sunshine Barrow, and I want to put it with this pattern so you get 2. But I've on the back I've alternated. So I've done 2 rows of the green, 1 row of the Alwyn, and then 2 rows, 1, 2 rows, and then the last 2 are Alwyn as well, just because I was running out of yarn and I was worried that it wouldn't make it, but there we go. So let's pop it on. It's kind of like a slouchy beanie. I quite like the stripe in there as well, and I love the hidden loop effect. So it makes all the V's stand out on front. So can we see? I don't know. Can you see? So yeah, I'm very pleased with this barrow. And now I'm going to mess up my hair. So that is ready to gift to Gem. I think she is doing GSOY, so Glasgow School of Yarn. So I will see her then, and I will give this to her then. I also have a shawl that I need to do for her. But yeah, so it takes almost 200 grams. It's roughly 150 grams, but I don't think there's 50 grams of the white left over. Hold that thought. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to weigh it. Okay. I have 66 grams left. Really surprised about that. But I have 66 grams. So it is under 150 grams of yarn, of chunky yarn, which is a bonus. When I did the very first 2 samples, the first one was I had struggled to try and get it under 150 grams. And then the second one I did in James C. Brett Marble Chunky actually uses only 100 grams. Yeah. So there we go. I think because it's slightly thinner than chunky. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I have 66 grams left of yarn for that. But that is the Snowflake Barrow done. I'm very pleased with this one. I have another one that is using Gemma's yarn as well, which is Raphael, and I can't remember the contrast colour I'm using, but it's a blue tone. This is more of a green tone, like a teal, or yeah, more like a teal colour. It's not showing up teal on my screen though. It is definitely a teal colour, not the bluey green you see on the screen, but there we go. So yeah, I have one more to do, and I'm going to use that other one to show how to do some of the stitches as well. So yep, that's my barrow done. Right, editing Maddie here, and I realised when I was putting the files onto the computer that I have missed a finished make for August. So I actually made some purple flowers for a customer of All Tangled Up, and I'm going to put some pictures up because I don't have them, obviously. They were for a customer. I started with the rose pattern from Attic 24, which I believe is a free pattern, and then I was asked to make them a little bit bigger, so I moved on and used some of the patterns from Anna Nikiforovich's book of the, what is it, Reefs for the Home? Crocheted Reefs for the Home. So I used a couple of patterns from there. Now I have linked everything in my Ravelry page, so I will link that below for you as well. But I thought I would just mention those little additions for this month because I had completely forgotten about them. But they were in my camera reel, so check out the Ravelry page to see what specific patterns I used. I used one ball of Stylecraft Special DK, and it is a mottled, I think it's viola or something. It's like two different purples together, and it makes this sort of mild yarn. But yeah, and they were very happy with them. I sort of put them together in a little bouquet. We stuck some like kebab skewers on the bottom. We wrapped them with green yarn so that they look like a stem, and yeah, I just thought I would mention that to you here as well. So that is actually my last make for August. And that's it for finishes. So I have 3 finishes, of which I can only show you 2. But yeah, so let's move on then to my works in progress. So my whips. Now, I haven't actually worked on the other barrow this month. I'm gonna work on it this month though, so September, because I want to get the pattern done properly and finished and ready to update and get that sorted out. So I have 4 whips. So I have, I don't know what order to show them in. Let me show you. Okay, so I have been working on Fitzroy, the pink land iguana. Now I think I actually started this on my way back from, no, I don't remember when I started it. I was in Essex when I started it, so it was when I got back. It must have been the 6th or 7th or something of August I started working on this. But I couldn't do very much because I needed stuffing. It's a very thin tail, so I needed to be able to stuff it as I went because I'm not very good at trying to get it all the way down the bottom. So I have stuffed up to the body. I did stuff all of it, and then I remembered that in order to do he's got like a, is it a bit that sticks up on top of his head? Like a fin sort of thing here. And you need it flat to do that. So I have removed the stuffing from the pink section so that I can flatten it to do this bit. And then I can continue and get his body done. Because that's all I'm really waiting to continue on this, is to do the fin. But I've been trying to finish off other projects instead. So I wanted to finish off the barrow. And then I wanted to finish off a blanket as well. But, so this one has kind of gone on hold. I have already used almost a 25-gram ball of the charcoal. And I'm about halfway through this ball of the pink. So I do have another ball of each, but he has been on hold. So this is a Toft subscription project. This is the conservationist one. So this is the latest one. So I've got a little while to work him up. He's got a very long tail. So yeah. I'll get back to him at some point, but I really, really want to finish a big project. So that's what I've been putting most of my effort into because I have the space to do that at the moment. Yeah, so I've been working on Fitzroy, the pink land iguana, and then we went out to Edinburgh last weekend. So the last day of the Fringe. Is it last day of the Fringe or last weekend of the Fringe? I don't remember. But my husband had an exhibition, so we went to that, and I started working on the Imaginists project from box 19, and I think the train ride there was 50 minutes and the train ride back was about 45 minutes. And I was crocheting I did the train there, all of the train there, so 50 minutes of crochet, and I want to say maybe half an hour of the second train. So I've got the head and his shoulders. That's as far as I've got. So this is in the silver. We have a big ball of silver, and then we also have is it peony and charcoal. I think that's what came in the box this month. So yes, I've been working on that, but that's all I've done for that so far. Just because I wanted something small that I could do on the train, and that was just round, round and round, and I wouldn't need to therefore have like a big pattern out in front of me, because I can just check that on my phone, and then I know how to increase for so many rounds. So yeah, not an awful lot on that, but that is the Imaginist box 19 subscription. That is in Woolwich Crafts bag. Woolrich. And I have my rainbow sheepy, which I think I got. I don't remember where I got that from. I'll have to check a previous haul video and it'll be on there. But yes, I'm not very good at remembering where I got things. But yeah, so it's in there for when I get another 3 minutes. I want to try and finish Fitzroy first, even though I need to get the Imaginist creature done before the end of September. So I don't know which one to make, but Fitzroy is kind of almost done, so I'm leaning more towards him. I want the quick finishes at the minute, because I should really be unpacking and sorting. But when I do get a few minutes to sit and crochet, then I want to do things that I can finish quickly. Anyway, however, I've been working on a big blanket. So what I'm going to show you is technically what I finished yesterday, because yesterday was the 1st of September, and I have been working on, I'm not sure when I last showed this blanket. It is big granny squares, so probably April might have been the last time I shared it, or when I did my last Glasgow vlog. So all I needed was 3 big squares to go down the middle. I did one that was like black and white, but it alternated every round, and I didn't like, it was too dark for me. So I did 2 more that were 2 rounds of white and 1 round of black. So I did 2, and then I wanted one that was ending in black as for the middle, so I started in black and then in black. And then yesterday I went and bordered these 3. I've actually done this one wrong, and I missed 2 trebles in my corner, so I had to pull it back, and I need to pull it back again because I now don't have enough to do the 2 chain to finish the corner. So yeah, I bordered those 3, then bordered this one and this one, and finally this one. So I'm just doing a round of trebles on all of them, because I just wanted it a little bit bigger, and I wanted like a sash in between all of them. So there's all white, they're all going to be bordered in the white yarn. So I'm just using Stylecraft Special Aran with wool in white. So these ones are actually the white yarn, and then the black is the Karen X Pantone, whereas these ones are all Karen X Pantone and then just bordered in the Stylecraft Aran. So, and then this one, these ones, all the colours are Stylecraft Aran. No, other way around. All of the colours are the Karen X Pantone, and then the white is the Stylecraft Aran with wool. So, yeah. I just didn't have enough of the Karen. There wasn't enough. I had enough to do 9 of these, but I only need 8 for the blanket, so I do have a set left over. But yes, I'm bordering them all because I want them a little bit bigger. So I actually bordered, what's that, 6 of my big squares yesterday. So I'm going to continue with that. I have 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 more. Yeah, I have 9 more big squares that I need to border, and then I can join them all up and then do a big border all the way around. So that is my main priority at the moment, is just to get that done, because I started that, I want to say like 2021. I have to check Ravelry. I don't remember when I started that, but it's on my long standing whips list, and I want to get it off of that list because it's been on there too long, and it's something that shouldn't have taken that long to do. So that is on that list. I want it off. I want it done. That is my main aim for this month, is to get that done. Can I do it though? I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. So the last thing on my whips is the Mighty Samurai. So I'll pop a picture up of where it was when I started working back into this at the beginning of the month now, and then this is where we're currently at. So I do not have much left of the stitching to do, because I think that's all of his robe. I've got a few bits that require the gold thread to fill in. So I've got, where are my blank squares? I've got 3 here on the top of his sword. There is some here in this button, and then I just have his head to do. But what I'm thinking of doing is leaving the head, do these gold bits, but what I'm going to do is actually do the background, because this bit has been here for a while, which is a tree, and in order for me to scroll up to do the head, I need to do the tree. So, and it's half cross stitch, which means it should go a lot quicker, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 stitches missing from the main body of the stitching, so those gold ones. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing the tree, because once I've done this bit here, I can finish, well, this bit goes all the way up here, so I can then go back in and add the outlining to the rest of this bit. Some of it has been outlined, but I need to do quite a lot of outlining to this. So yeah, I think I might do some of the outline inside first, because I can do this area here. There isn't any outlining to do in this bit, I've already checked. So I can do what needs to be done here, get this bit finished, and then work in the background. Yeah. And then it will actually start to feel like it's going to be finished soon. But there we go. So this doesn't actually belong to me. It belongs to my aunt, and she gave it to me in 2011 to work on. So what I've been doing, there is a video up on the channel of my 100-day project where I put 76 hours into this, and I did the bottom half, and I also finished off another project as well. So I think I'm now at 45 hours into this one. I don't know. Anyway, I did a video on 100-day projects, so you can see where it was at when I started the project, and then well, where it was at when I went back to it anyway and started the 100-day project, and where it was when I finished that 76 for this one. And then I'm doing a second, so part 2 of that, so which might probably be just this. I'm hoping it will be done within another 100 hours. I'm not sure though. I'm really hoping, because the background is mostly half cross stitch. So yeah, fingers crossed I can get it done within the next 100. But yes, that is an update for you on the Mighty Samurai. Next up then is my acquisitions for August. And actually, there's not that much. I have, however, spent quite a bit over this weekend with the Toft. There's been a Toft event this weekend, and which means that I subscribed to Toft Quarterly magazine, so I'm going to show you that, because I haven't subscribed before. I don't think I actually own any Toft Quarterlies. I have some of the magazines. So I have the dinosaurs and the sheep, which are produced in the same way, but they're not a Toft Quarterly. Now, the reason I have ordered the Toft Quarterly is because my friend Martin of Knit365 has had an Ed's animal made for him. So he is in the new Toft Quarterly, and I have also ordered the kit to make him. And this is Toft Quarterly. So it's every 3 months. It's only £10, and you get, I think it was 6 knit and 6 crochet projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of each. There is Martin, the blue Tibetan bear, or Tibetan blue bear. He's just adorable. So I have ordered my kit to make him. The only other things I actually bought were a bag of stuffing from All Tangled Up when I was still in Essex, because I needed to finish off Wilhelm, and then I was working on the Iguana, so I needed stuffing for that. And then I bought the latest issue of Simply Crochet magazine, and the reason for that is because it came with 2 other magazines. So it's a bumper issue, and one of them was all about granny squares. I think they might have both been all about granny squares. So they're fairly easy projects, and I've got quite a lot of yarn that I need to use up, or I want to use up. And I figured that quick, easy projects would be ideal for that. So that's why I bought it. And then finally, I had a mini trip to the local TK Maxx up here and found some Nitty Critter kits that were reduced, so I picked those up as well, but they'll be in their own little mini haul video. So I'll link that above for you. And yeah, that's it. That is my lot for August. So yeah, plans then for September. And yeah. So my plans include finishing off Fitzroy, the Pinkland Iguana. I also want to try and get my Imaginist make done, because that needs to be submitted before the end of September. And then finally, I really, really, really want to get this granny square blanket done, because yeah, I'm fed up of it, of using up space basically. And when it's done, I can hang it on my rail downstairs in the living room so that it can be used. So we will see if I've managed to do that or not. That's my challenge this month, is to get that blanket done, because I've got so many others that I should be working on. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I should be working on loads of others, and I have taken on a test piece as well. So I'm going to be working on another blanket for Robin Parent, who is Crochet with May. I did do the Lucky Puppy blanket last year. I think it was last year. And that was a test piece then as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It is so lovely, and I can't even show you a picture because it's meant to be a secret. And all I can say is that I'm testing it. I can't even tell you what it's called. But there we go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I've already chosen my yarn. And I have shopped my stash as much as possible anyway. Yeah, I'm really hoping I don't need to buy any more yarn because I've picked 4 balls that are discontinued and I don't think I can get any more. Why do I do this to myself? I might just put them back in my stash and just get something that is available to replace those 4. But anyway, so yes, those are my plans anyway for September. And what I want to know for my 60th episode giveaway, so this marks, what is it, 5 years of podcasts. Yeah, 5 years of podcasts, because my first podcast was actually my September one in 2019. So 5 years, been going 5 years, and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I mean, it's taken a long while to get to 1,000 subscribers, look, don't get me wrong, but I'm pleased that we're getting there. And I'd rather have you here that because you want to be here and not because you feel like you have to be here. I like it to be an organic development, like an organic growth. That's the word I'm looking for. So yes, thank you for being here. I would like to know what you are looking forward to in the autumn months. So this time of year, this season, I really like seeing the trees go from green into reds. I really like that. Like the colours just change. And then everyone's wrapped up and it's all nice and cozy. That's what I like to see in autumn or fall if you're in America. So yes, what are you looking forward to? What is your favourite thing about autumn or fall? And then I will pick a winner from the comments. So you have until my September podcast goes up and I'll see what I can rustle up in terms of some prizes. So we will see. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me and welcome you to my new space. This background might change. The pink is staying. The pink is definitely staying. I painted it pink, so it's staying. But I'm changing up some of the frames because I bought a new shelving unit and I want to put it on behind me so I can put some of my projects in there for you to see. But yeah, so thank you for joining me today and I will see you all again next time. Take care. Bye.